I'm your host, Kylie Kelce, firm believer in not doing anything to try and summon a snow day because I'm afraid I'm going to jinx it. Yeah, that's right. I'm not wearing my PJs inside out, backwards, putting things under my pillow. It won't be me. Just got to let the universe do its thing. My husband made me record a Christmas duet one time. Don't look it up. Do not look it up. It's a beautiful song written by a beautiful soul. Shout out to Beeve. Don't look it up. I'm so serious. Stop making that shit viral on TikTok. Cut it out. And I can't believe I'm currently recording our NGL season 1 finale. Beat you to it. I beat you to it. That's right. It's our last one of season 1. And for that reason, I'm definitely completely 100% on board with giving no. Queen Emma is rallying for a clean 75 because it's the finale. Let me tell you how we got to a clean 73. I feel like I've been beaten down. What Queen Emma did is she brought editor Brad in, and I can't say no to him. I'm not proud of myself right now, and we're going to move on before I change my mind. Season 2 starts in a few weeks, so don't worry, real ones. I'm not just going to ghost you guys and never show up again. Have you seen the Brittany Broski gif of her like, that? No, we're going to be back, guys. We already have some guests lined up. I'm genuinely shocked anyone agrees to do the show, but we actually have people like on the other side of our break. That's crazy sauce. Coming up on today's season 1 finale, I'm going to get honest, but not too honest if you catch my drift, about Santa Claus. Then you guys know Spotify Wrapped. Well, we're doing an NGL Wrapped. And look at the wildest headlines that came out of season 1. That's so good. That's so good. Oh, I'm so glad we're raw dogging this episode. After that, it's an NGL full circle moment. And my animal nerd self can't believe it. I'm going to be joined right here by, yet again, another person I have no business talking to. As if his sister wasn't enough. By wildlife conservationist, Dancing with the Stars champion, and Bindy's brother. That's right, Robert Irwin. Now I'm going to geek out so hard on animal stuff because when we were done talking to Bindy for a week minimum, I thought to myself, I should have asked her about that. I should have asked her about that animal question. Should talk to her about that animal thing. Should talk about her. So just buckle up. But before we get into any of that, a truly absurd edition of Places Kylie Has No Business Being. This week, I have absolutely no business, zero, none, being on a billboard in Times Square. I'm sorry, what? What happened? You said what now? Guys, what? Huh? Was this for real? This is AI. Not gonna lie, was named one of Amazon Music's best new podcasts of the year. And they put us on a billboard in Times Square to celebrate. That's so dumb. That's a dumb sentence. That's a silly sentence to say out loud. I did not ever think I would be on a billboard. Why the fuck would I be on a billboard, guys? That's a silly question. There's no reason for me to be on a billboard, including this list. What's important to recognize when you see lists like this is that this show would not go off without the incredible team that I have with Not Gonna Lie. Although my face is on the billboard, which is silly because nobody wants to see that shit. It really is about the team that is with me and has helped me create what NGL has become. So, thank you to the real ones for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the work that everyone on our team here at NGL is doing. If any New York-based real ones see this up there in real life, tag us at NGL with Kylie. We'd love to see you posting with NGL. And more importantly, my ugly mug on a billboard. How about that? Now that was Places Kylie Has No Business Being, which leads us perfectly to my next segment, Places Kylie Has Some Business Being. This week, I had some business being at Arrowhead Stadium to watch my brother-in-law's game with my family. The girls had not yet seen Uncle Trav play in Arrowhead Stadium. I did have to explain this to Wyatt and Ellie, that they saw Uncle Trav win a Super Bowl. That was exciting. after we came down from the sadness for dad. That was, the catch-22. We were sad for dad, super happy for Uncle Trav. But we actually got to go and see him play at Arrowhead, which is his home stadium and has been for his entire NFL career. So that was a really cool moment. It was also super exciting to get to see friends and family that were there, because the girls were so excited to get to watch a game with all of them. They are not that interested in football, to be quite honest with you. They actually yell at us anytime we try and put football on the TV, and only get on board after a little while of realizing that they can freely yell. Finny slept for like an hour and a half there, so she's a real one. She actually slept through all of the screaming and cheering, which is hilarious to me. There were a couple people who were like, oh, that's power to her for sleeping. I'm like, have you met her 3 older sisters? Do you know that this is actually exactly what our house sounds like on any given day at any given time? So she feels very at home here. I did see something this morning that someone mentioned that I was wearing Eagles gear. Wrong. Incorrect. I was not. I was wearing a new sweatshirt. So sorry. I blacked out for a second. I was not wearing Eagles gear, guys. I was wearing the other podcast sweatshirt, which a few of you noticed. For anyone who doesn't know, I cannot wear another team's logo, not in the NFL. I won't do it. I probably wouldn't do it for any of our other sports either. You're not going to catch me trying to be cool and wearing a New York Yankees hat. It's cool to wear your team. That does it for Places Kylie has some business being. Moving on. Let's get to Can I Be Honest? Brought to you by Amazon. Shop gifts for everyone. Since we're a week away from Christmas, I'm getting honest about Santa Claus. Not that honest, but I still recommend pausing if you're around tiny human ears. Did you kick them out? Are you hiding in the pantry? A closet? The bathroom? Okay. The girls are excited about Santa. They're very excited about Santa. I will say, she's getting a little skeptical. I think she is very much the type of child who puts enough thought into things where very soon I fear we will be posed the question, how does he do it? Which my answer is always going to be magic, because that's the only feasible answer. Now, I have not taken them to meet Santa, mostly because, let's be honest, I'm a germaphobe. Not me letting you into my anxious thoughts. I do think that the girls might not cry about sitting on Santa's lap or sitting next to him in his little sleigh chair. I don't think they would like it, but I don't think they would cry. Finny would, for sure. Finn would cry immediately. She doesn't care for other people. It's really great for me. Jason has not yet dressed up as Santa for the girls, and I think we're past that. I think the minute Jason dresses up as Santa, Wyatt's going to be like, clocked. We can't risk it. Also, I'm not sure if anyone else does this, but this time of year, I will absolutely use Santa to my parenting advantage. Okay? This was so sad. Oh my God, this was so sad. I'll call Santa. Okay? Sometimes you need a direct line. Okay? I know Nemmy's here and the song says Santa's always watching. Okay? He knows when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake. Little creepy, but he's watching. Okay? Sometimes you got to get the direct line. Okay? Sometimes you got to hotline that shit to Santa. In an effort to make it believable, because like I said, I have one that's a little skeptical. I searched to find a graphic of a phone calling Santa. In other words, if I were to be like, I'm really on the phone with him, it would be like a number and like clearly a hang up button to end a phone call. I'm in the thick of it. Okay. So I think we've successfully created a graphic that will allow you to tell the same lie, because I did not feel as though there was sufficient graphics available on a quick search of the internet. So we're going to hand it to you. I want you to screenshot this and use it as like look, I'm actually on the phone with him. No, Santa, I don't know. We were just calling to check if they're on the naughty or nice list. When we did this to Benny, I felt very guilty. She cried while eating her pasta, cried. And then I had to get down on my knees in front of her and explain to her that I swear Santa said she was on the nice list. It was so sad. So make sure that I think you should do this in a positive way first, which we weren't even it wasn't even like a threatening situation. We were just like, you got to eat your dinner. You have to sit at the table at least. And when she kept trying to get up from the table, I was like, I think I'm going to have to call Santa. Wrong. I will tell you though, he can't talk to kids. That's an important point. You have to say that you're a grown-up calling. Yeah, it's just, dicey. And last thing on Santa, I have it on very good authority that like us parents, Santa is also rushing around like crazy this time of year. But the good news is we all have help if we need it. And not just from the elves. Amazon will wrap and deliver all the gifts on your list and make last-minute gift shopping possible. That does it for Can I Be Honest? Brought to you by Amazon. Next up, Doom Scroll of the Week, brought to you by CVS Health. Okay, first up on Doom Scroll, if Mayor of Easttown didn't already prove it, Kate Winslet is a real one. She was just on the Happy Place podcast and spoke about aging. Queen Emma, the clip.
Having a face that moves, having all of the wrinkles that my 50 years hopefully show, that matters a great deal because I want to lead by example. It's important and it matters if we can be decent women, in today's world and be kind to ourselves and to others. I think it's important.
I love it so much. Please make sure that when I share my feelings on this, that you take it as my own personal opinion. I'm not here to comment on what others are doing. Women can do whatever makes them happy because quite honestly, it's none of my fucking business and it's not my fucking body. Okay. But what I will say is I love this so much. I love this so much because I am very much in the camp of your face has been telling people how you feel. It has been experiencing your life, your body, your face. You getting one of the prettiest things is crow's feet because typically it is from smiling, smile lines. It is from feeling joy in your life, right? I also always like to keep in mind that regardless of my platform, which is, I feel grateful to have women who will DM me or approach me in person and say that they really appreciate the way I put myself forward. In other words, authentically, not trying to do something that I am not or do not have or anything like that. But I have 4 daughters. And I want them to know that they were made exactly the way they were intended to be made and that they should proceed as such. Okay. And I'm not talking about not dyeing your hair. Girl, these highlights, they were purchased. Okay. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is when I raise my eyebrows because I'm interested in what my children are saying and I have lines in my forehead, it only furthers the expression. Okay? It's like an exclamation point on my expression. If I could not raise my eyebrows, I couldn't be shocked at the shit my kids are saying. And then they wouldn't know that I'm truly invested in the words that are coming out of my mouth. Do you know what I mean? And on top of that, when they get into their 30s, I want them to be like, you know what? Mom had wrinkles then too. 'Cause I do. And I earned these suckers. Okay? And I'm going to keep them. 'Cause I like them. Not all the time. Because sometimes I'm like, oof, girl, you are not 24. But you're fucking right. Oh my God, am I admitting that I'm not 24? You're right. I'm not 24. I'm 33 years old. And this is how my face looks. Okay? This is how I look. And I hope that my daughters and other young women can say confidently that that is how they look. And if they want to plump their lips or freeze their forehead, power fucking to them. But I would like more women to know that it doesn't have to be the new status quo. So, Kate Winslet, you nailed that. I love that. We should keep saying that. Next, I'm currently in the midst of weaning Finny. So this TikTok really hit my feed at the right time. I swear to God, they know. It says cutting your breastfed baby off, and she runs to her daddy to tattle on you.
Chocolate milk.
Doesn't cut it. Daddy booby is what she's saying, in case you were wondering.
You may have chocolate milk.
This is what I'm going to tell you. I sent this video to Queen Emma, and I said, comments. Okay? Because at first, I was sad, right? Sad. This baby's sad. But this is where it went a little sideways, and I, like always, booked it to the comments. Okay? The first comment that I saw was, we all saw the straw. We're all on Team Mom. Okay? For my audio listeners, the straw is crimped like a fucking piranha went at it. Okay? Like someone was just like a hydraulic press. Okay? Like someone hydraulic pressed the top of the straw. Okay? That shit is banana. It looks like it was steamrolled like a fucking fresh concrete. Okay? This thing is crimped so fucking hard. And you know what? For those of you that have not arrived at the destination, that could have been mom's nipple. Okay? I would have cut her off too. Now, weaning is not going great because it's not going, but Finn's about to cut a tooth. Okay? And as selfish as this may sound, that's where I draw the line. Aggressively. That's aggressively where I draw the line. That's where I've drawn the line for all of my other children. I've never breastfed a child past them getting teeth. Full disclosure, because I think that this, again, is something that people typically don't talk about because it can be a conscious choice. I typically have breastfed our girls anywhere between 7 and 8 months. I think the longest that I've gone for any other child has been maybe a hair past 8 months. Right now with Finny, this is the longest I have done it. Because it will take me at least a couple weeks to fully wean her. And right now we're right at the threshold of where I think I ended with Ellie. But just to be clear, this is my choice. And it might not be the choice that other people make. And I would like to say, because I think it's important to say this, I am very fortunate to have been able to breastfeed because I know that that's not always everyone's journey. Some people who want to cannot. So it's important to recognize that. My girls have switched to formula. And guess what? I have a 6-year-old who is learning to read, who can write. She's thriving. So, anyone who has an opinion about how I choose to go about my breastfeeding journey, and therefore my formula fed journey, you can kindly get fucked. You knew it was coming. And also, fed is best. Let me say it one more time for emphasis. Fed is best. best being the best that it can be. Like the SpongeBob imagination. Ready? We'll do Fed is best and get fucked. Anyway, that's it for Doom Scroll of the Week, brought to you by CVS Health. Robert Irwin is coming up, but first we have one more segment in honor of our finale we're calling NGL Wrapped. It's like Spotify Wrapped, but NGL. Clever stuff.
With the Kansas City Chiefs officially out of playoff contention this year, Travis Kelce has once again ignited retirement rumors, especially as he steps into an exciting new chapter of life with Taylor Swift. While the couple has yet to confirm an official wedding date, insiders suggest the celebration could take place in summer 2026, and preparations are already underway. According to sources, Taylor finds Travis's involvement in the planning process adorable, and the two have been bonding deeply over the details of their big day. An insider told Us Weekly that Travis is surprisingly hands-on, and both stars are thrilled about what the future holds. But that future raises one big question. What comes next for Travis Kelce's football career? Fans began speculating even more after Travis spoke on the December 17 episode of the New Heights podcast with his brother, Jason Kelce. While discussing teammate Patrick Mahomes' ACL injury, Travis struck a tone some listeners described as unexpectedly detached, fueling whispers that his mindset may already be shifting beyond the game. "Hopefully the Chiefs can get him back as soon as possible," Travis said. "I know it's kind of right around week 1 or the beginning of next season. I know he's going to do everything he can to get back on that field as soon as possible." Still, Jason Kelce was quick to pump the brakes on the retirement talk. Speaking on ESPN's Monday Night Countdown on December 15, Jason emphasized that big decisions like this take time. "To really nail that decision, you've got to step away from the game for a bit," Jason explained. "Play these last 3 games. Enjoy them with your teammates. Enjoy them with your coaches. Whether you come back or not, the team is going to be different next year. Let it sink in. The answer will come with time." As wedding plans heat up and the season winds down, all eyes remain on Travis Kelce. Will he return to the field, or is he preparing to walk into retirement hand in hand with Taylor Swift? One thing's certain, the next chapter is coming, and fans can't look away. Travis Kelce isn't just facing big questions about his football future. Major personal changes are also on the horizon as he prepares for marriage to Taylor Swift. According to Rob Shooter's Substack on December 1st, the superstar couple has made a conscious decision to scale back their wedding plans. Insiders say Taylor was turned off by the over-the-top optics surrounding Jeff Bezos' lavish wedding to Lauren Sanchez earlier this year. "She doesn't want people rolling their eyes," a source explained. "Taylor wants something real, something grounded." Instead of a spectacle, the couple is reportedly focused on keeping their big day intimate, calm, and deeply personal. Swift wants to actually enjoy the moment, not perform it for the world. For Travis, that low-key celebration could mark the perfect beginning to a new chapter, potentially one that starts after stepping away from the NFL. Meanwhile, Kylie Kelce, wife of former Philadelphia Eagles star Jason Kelce, is carving out a major moment of her own. Kylie is set to make a surprise cameo during NBC's coverage of the 2026 Winter Olympics, which kick off February 6th as the network brings all the action from Milan Cortina to Team USA fans back home. NBC is looking to build on the momentum of its successful Paris Summer Olympics coverage by launching the Milan Cortina Creator Collective. The initiative follows a similar program created last summer in partnership with Meta, YouTube, and TikTok, where content creators delivered behind-the-scenes access and exclusive perspectives from the games. Kylie, a mother of 4 and former field hockey player, will be a key part of that effort. After launching her podcast, Not Gonna Lie, in December 2024, she's now joining a diverse lineup of digital creators tasked with delivering unprecedented Olympic content to millions of followers worldwide. She'll be joined by comedians and Lost Culturistas hosts Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers, along with Dancing with the Stars pro Riley Arnold, who's trading the dance floor for the ski slopes. Popular influencer couple Carlo and Sarah, TikTok star Anna Sidar, and sports creator Joe Felix, who collectively boast over 12.8 million followers, will also represent NBC across short-form platforms. However, NBC recently found itself at the center of controversy after debuting one of its first Olympic promos during the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. The network faced backlash from viewers who felt it overlooked prominent American stars in favor of British pop icon Dua Lipa to front the campaign. The commercial, meant to spotlight inspirational women connected to Team USA, shows Dua Lipa strolling through Milan's iconic Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II, opening the ad by speaking Italian. While some fans praised the moment, others questioned the choice, noting the singer, born in London to Kosovo-Albanian parents, holds citizenship in Britain, Albania, and Kosovo, sparking debate over her role in promoting an American-led Olympic broadcast. From wedding plans to Olympic buzz, the Kelce Swift universe continues to dominate headlines, and every move seems to spark a new conversation.